got six-man X Division action. Let's go to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. That is a six-man X Division contest. Making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, this is Nosawa. He debuted from Detroit, Michigan. This is Chris Sabin. We saw Nosawa debut in the Super X, and there, of course, is the former X Division champ, Chris Sabin. And their partner, he is the X Division champion of the world from San Antonio, Texas, Michael Shane. And Michael Shane, the X Division title holder. What an interesting three-man team this is, Don.
I may see whether Chris Sabin and Michael Shane will be able to share the same turf after the epic battles that they've had, but they're going to have to in this match.
You know, wrestling journalists, wrestling fans alike still raving about that Super X tournament that aired 2 weeks ago tonight. All three members of this team involved in that groundbreaking U.S. versus the world format. It was Chris Sabin using victories over Lynn, Kazarian, and Juventud to capture the trophy. And their opponents, first of all, Showtime, Eric Young. Showtime Eric Young making his TNA debut from Canada. Cambridge, Ontario, a 5-year pro, 23 years of age. From Anaheim, California, Frankie, the Future, Kazarian. You know, Kazarian didn't hurt his standing in the X Division. He scored a first-round win over the champion Michael Shane in the Super X tournament. And their partner, from Mexico City, Mexico, the Juice, Juventud Guerrera. I think many people feel that Juventud Guerrera reopened the eyes of the wrestling world in that Super X. Despite losing to Chris Sabin in the final, Juvi eliminated Nosawa and Canada's Teddy Hart, the nephew of Brett Knowles, and he was incredibly competitive in pushing Chris Sabin to the limit in a 15-minute final. What an incredible tournament that was 2 weeks ago tonight, Don.
Mike, that was one of the most exciting things I've ever had the pleasure of calling. Unbelievable efforts by Juventud Guerrera, Chris Sabin, like you said, Teddy Hart, Kazarian, Michael Shane, and Nosawa, and it ended up as Sabin the winner, but Juventud Guerrera may have been the MVP of that tournament. I mean,
even in defeat. Isn't that an interesting spin to put on things?
I really believe that. I mean, he showed the world that the Juice is back. And the Juice is ready to be a part of NWA TNA and ready to be a part of this X Division.
Showtime Eric Young, you see him on your screen in his TNA debut. He's been wrestling primarily throughout Canada and Michigan recently. And understand that he's been competing on independent events against Chris Sabin in Canada and in Michigan.
Now, Michael Shane never had the pleasure of taking on Juventud Guerrera. Michael Shane, the X Division champion. Let's see what he can do with the Juice, Mike.
Oh, on a quick shoulder block. Juvi goes for the quick cover. Able to get barely a one count. Again off the shoulder. Quick cover, and Michael Shane able to avoid the pin. Juventud stops. Measures in. Connects with a series of knife edge chops.
Mike, I tell you what I've noticed. Ever since Michael Shane has become X Division champion, Michael Shane has just gotten so cocky and so arrogant, and he's let it all go to his head.
You think it's confidence, maybe, since he won the title, or do you really think you want to take it to that extreme of cockiness?
Well, I think it's both. I mean, he's obviously got the confidence, but it's the arrogance that's getting me.
Shane holds Juvi, positions him towards the corner, tags into Nosawa, the 8-year pro. Yes, from Japan, obviously, but wrestling well for the better part of the past few years in Mexico for the EMLL promotion. Roll up Juventud to his feet, and in tight connects with the dropkick. Nosawa, you see him on the screen, 26 years of age, two-time CMLL World Welterweight Champ, as well as CMLL Japan Tag Team Champion with the great Sasuke as his tag partner.
I'll tell you something, Mike. Everybody better fasten their seatbelts because this thing's only going to get faster and faster. You got that much great talent out there. They're going to showcase it here as best they can.
Nosawa able to leapfrog over Eric Young, then springs off the ropes. Mid-ring, shoots him off into the ropes. Roll-up attempt here off the sunset flip, and Nosawa comes right back to his feet, and Nosawa, much in the way of Juventud Guerrera just a minute earlier, connects in tight with that dropkick and shoots Eric Young into the corner. Tag is in, well, to the former X Division champion, yet the man who won the trophy, gaining the Super X tournament, Chris Sabin.
a guy that has so much potential and scary. And I'll tell you what, thinking of scary, Showtime Eric Young, his first match in TNA, who does he have to face but Chris Sabin, the X-Division champion Michael Shane, and Nasawa. Oh, welcome to TNA, Mr. Young.
A series of drop kicks, and Eric Young bars the arm, turns things over to Frankie Kazarian. I mean, Kazarian, if you think about it, has pretty much done everything here in TNA except win the X-Division title.
He's beaten Chris Sabin. He's beaten Michael Shane. So it didn't net him the belt. And he's got to be frustrated a little bit, Mike.
Off the double team move, the splash and leg drop at the same time. Kazarian goes for the cover on Sabin, but Sabin able to kick out. This is the matchup that we've seen several times in the past. We've called it the battle for the future. Both Frankie the Future Kazarian and Chris the Future Sabin love to use the future as their nickname. I don't think it's really been decided whether either one should take that nickname or not. I think both of them very deserving. And you talked about the potential, the incredible upside of all of these athletes.
Oh, absolutely. As Michael Shane takes Kazarian out of the ring and just rams him into the rail.
Yeah, off the safety rail, shoots him back in now. Sabin, there's the legal man, able to springboard in and connect and go for the cover. Off the lateral press, a 2 count before Kazarian uses his leg strength to kick out.
I believe of all the matches that Kazarian and Sabin have had, I believe this is the second one they met where Sabin wasn't the X-Division champion.
Mid-ring exchange now, Kazarian getting the better of it against Michael Shane. Much as Kazarian did when they squared off in the Super X tournament, and it was Kazarian scoring the win over the X-Division champion. Kazarian fighting off Shane. And charges at him in the corner. Series of elbows connect by Shane, who uses a spinning sit-out neckbreaker from the middle ropes on Kazarian.
That was costly even to Michael Shane. You can see him grabbing the back of his head, but man, oh man, a thing of beauty.
Incredibly competitive six-man tag, much as we witnessed with the Super X tournament. Tag now into Sabin against Kazarian. Shoots him off into the ropes. Telegraphs the back body drop. That allows Kazarian to flip over and deliver the front kick.
I'll tell you what, you cannot deny Frankie Kazarian's agility. Well, none of these guys, of course, but Kazarian's been so impressive, so close. But the belt has been so elusive to him. As Michael Shane comes in, starts cleaning house on everybody.
Referee Mike Posey lost control of this matchup momentarily. Opportunity now for a triple team on Kazarian.
But Kazarian countered there, Mike.
Reversed it out of the triple team and able to duck the double clothesline of Nosawa and Shane. Springs back and catches him jumping back with a pair of elbows. One for Shane, one for Nosawa.
I'll tell you what, Frankie Kazarian was awful impressive in that sequence right there. It looked like he was going to be taken out 3-on-1. What a comeback.
Springboard into the cross-body block by Juventud. Now Sabin holding Juventud Guerrera. They charge at Juventud to Nosawa and Shane, but connect with their own partner. Double face jam that time, double bulldog variation by Juventud, but then he walks right into Sabin. Juventud reverses it in mid-move and drives him down to the mat.
Juventud Guerrera is so impressive. Oh man, is he on fire.
Spin heel kick by Juventud. Was going to fly and Shane cut him off from behind. Now the double team. Shane and Sabin send Juventud off into the ropes. Juventud springs up to the top, goes outside instead, crashing down onto Nosawa.
Just barely made it, Mike, as Sabin and Shane were right on his heels, but he got out there and, well, here goes Michael Shane. Oh, man!
Flip dive over the top by Michael Shane. Check out Showtime Eric Young back in the ring with Sabin.
What extension there by Michael Shane. Fantastic athletic ability.
Oh!
Showtime Eric Young showed what he can do.
Suicide dive by Showtime out to the floor. Takes out everybody. Now Kazarian. Oh! Kazarian that time. Well, smart move by Sabin to avoid the contact, but in the process, Kazarian went flying through the ropes, crashing into the other 4 wrestlers outside on the ramp.
Well, Kazarian had to change midstream.
Sabin going to go as well?
Here he goes. You gotta be kidding me. Holy cow. I wonder if there's any way we can see that again.
Sensational springboard flip. Let's take a look at the replay. Look at this.
Oh, baby. Oh, know this guy. Chris Sabin has got so much potential.
Got all 5 at once that time. Back in the ring, he's got Juventud Guerrera. Going to try and tornado him out of the corner. Stops the DDT, does Juvi. Off the float over. Oh, Sabin able to elevate him up, and Juvi lands on his feet.
Juventud's got a little bit more experience here. Right there.
Drops him down. Juvi driver style. Is he going to go 450? That's what he's motioning to the crowd.
Here he goes.
He used first the Juvi driver and then the 450 and that Super X, but Michael Shane cut off Juventud Guerrera, the Youth Warrior.
Great awareness there by Michael Shane. Great awareness. As now Sabin takes control of Juvi.
Now watch this in the ring. He calls that the cradle shot. 2 broken up. Kazarian stops the pin. Sabin hit the cradle shot on Juventud.
Kazarian came out of nowhere.
Kazarian hit his finisher on Sabin. But Michael Shane goes for the super kick. Stop, block, the boot to the midsection. Man, drives him down face first. Setting him up for the super kick again. Who's that outside? That's Juventud Guerrera outside stopping Shane.
Turnabout's fair play in this match. I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter whether you're in the ring or not. The action, holy cow! That referee was just barely in the way there, but it looked like the juice just put Michael Shane into the rail, and vice versa.
Vicious kicks by on Showtime, Eric Young. Nosawa now measuring Young. Went for the super kick, but it was blocked.
What a block.
Going to take him up out of the wheelbarrow. Combination wheelbarrow into the neck breaker by Young. Sabin's got the belt. Sabin's got the X Division belt, and he laid him out.
But freaking Kazarian.
Look at Michael Shane. Michael Shane in hooks the leg. 2, 3, and he got it.
Look at this. Freaking Kazarian.
Looked like he was preoccupied.
The winners of the match, the team of Chris Sabin, the X Division champion of the world, and Nosawa.
You know, we've seen that before, just like in the Ultimate X match when Shane took advantage of the opening. What's Kazarian doing?
Freaking Kazarian doesn't even care about the match.